Well, the cold snap continues, with the UK recording its chilliest January night in 15 years. Temperatures fell as low as -18 degrees in northern Scotland on Friday, and the frost is being felt across the UK as the cold weather is set to continue into next week. Our North of England correspondent Fraser Maud is in North Yorkshire, braving the cold yet again for us, Fraser. Whipped your hat off, though. That's very brave of you. You're in the moors. How is the situation there right now?
Up on the top here, yeah, still plenty of snow. It's ankle deep in places as you get off the roads. The good news is that most of the main roads are open. You can drive up here to Sutton Bank, which is one of the places which often gets closed pretty quickly when there's any snow around. But the main routes are open. Into the valleys, it's all open and no problem. But as soon as you get off the road and into the car parks, we've seen a few cars getting stuck in the car park here at the Sutton Bank Visitors Centre. But it's great weather for the families. Seen lots of people out walking dogs, mountain biking, out with the children, building snowmen, of course. We've seen one epic snowball fight between a father and son that seemed to go on for about half an hour or so before they both disappeared inside to get warmed up. So plenty of fun to be had, but it is still very, very cold. Temperatures at the moment here hovering round about zero. It went down to about -8 in North Yorkshire last night. In other parts of the country, Heathrow, -5, Cheshire, -9, Oxfordshire, -9.5, Cumbria, -11, and then the big one in Scotland at Altnaharra, the most northern part of the Scottish Highlands, down to -18.7. Now, that's the coldest since January 2010. Similar time of year, January the 8th it was, when there was a record low there of -22.3 degrees in Altnaharra. Just to give you an idea of how freakish that is. Obviously, this is the coldest since 2010. 2010 was the coldest since 1987. So prolonged cold snaps and as cold as this are pretty rare, thankfully. There is a thaw coming early next week, but it's going to be below freezing again tonight, below freezing again tomorrow night, certainly here in North Yorkshire and definitely up on the high ground. Just to give you an idea of average temperatures, the normal low, average lowest temperature at this time of year up in Scotland is around half a degree above zero. In England, it's normally around 1.5 degrees above zero. So when we're getting temperatures that are only just hovering around zero throughout the day and then dipping into the -8s and even as cold as the -18s, 19s up in Scotland, it clearly is a really, really bitter winter. This is all caused by air coming down from the poles, coming down from the Arctic, northerly wind. Cold weather. Beautifully clear, though. The skies are clear, which is why it's getting so cold on a night. No cloud cover to keep the heat in. But the thaw is coming, we are promised. There's been bits of thaw here and there. As I say, the main roads are clear. There's been some problems on the pavements. I know in Harrogate, which is a very hilly town centre, they've drafted in the parks and refuse workers to help clear the footpaths because there was a problem there. Local MP complaining that not enough had been done to clear the footpaths. Even though the roads were cleared, it was still pretty treacherous underfoot, and that's going to be the case for the next couple of days at least. The hope is that things will start to thaw on Monday as we get back to work and that we won't have the traffic and travel chaos that we've seen over the past few days.
Fraser, thanks for braving it to tell us all about it. Thanks very much indeed.